So you didn't pull her the first time because Hoyo decided to drop 2 brand new 5 stars during the same phase. And naturally you pulled the red-haired Archon baddie instead. But now you're looking back like, maybe I do want the grandma. Don't worry, you're not alone. Welcome back, travelers. Ever met a grandma who can conjure an ice storm? Meet Citlali, the 5-star cryocatalyst from Natlan, who's here to freeze, shield, and scold your enemies into submission. Don't let the Granny Idsty nickname fool you. This legendary shaman is as fierce as they come, bringing massive utility to your team. Citlali's standout features include a hefty cryo shield for your active character, constant off-field cryo application, and even a unique debuff that lowers enemy hydro and pyro resistance under the right conditions. In short, she's a shielder buffer hybrid who turns your pyro and hydro DPS units into absolute monsters. Let's start with Citlali's talents and see how her kit works. Citlali's normal attack, Shadow Stealing Spirit Vessel, is pretty standard for a Catalyst user. She fires icy projectiles, but it's nothing special. You're not using her for on-field attacks, so leave this one at level 1. Her elemental skill, Dawn Frost Darkstar, is where things get spicy. She summons her spirit companion, It's Papa, grants a thick cryo shield to your active character, and sets up off-field cryo slashes around the active character every few seconds. This skill not only protects but also helps generate Night Soul points, which is part of her Natlan specific mechanic. Stack enough Night Soul points and boom, It's Papa enters Opal Fire mode, turning into a portable blizzard that deals constant cryo damage. This is the talent you want to level first. Her elemental burst, Edict of Entwined Splendor, calls down a burst of cryo damage and resets her Night Soul meter. It also summons Spirit Vessel skulls that explode after a short delay for even more cryo. This recharges her Night Soul points and helps keep that icy storm going. It's also where a lot of her passive support comes from. Level this second. Her first passive, Mamalako's Frigid Rain, reduces enemy pyro and hydro resistance when you trigger melt or freeze. So if you're using a pyro or hydro DPS, this is a huge damage boost. Her second passive helps her gain Night Soul points passively through reactions like melt or freeze, and when Natlan characters trigger special elemental effects. Long story short, play the game and Citlali will keep stacking Night Soul energy like it's nobody's business. Talent priority, skill first, then burst. Normal attack? Forget it. Now that we know her kit, let's gear her up with the right artifacts. Best in slot artifact set is 4-piece scroll of the Hero of Cinder City. It gives energy when you trigger Natlan reactions and buffs your entire team's elemental damage after Citlali triggers a reaction. This set was made for her. Runner-up is 4-piece Tenacity of the Mill Elif. If you want more defense, this buffs the team's attack and shield strength when her skill hits enemies. She hits often, so this stays up a lot. 4-piece Noblesse Oblige is a classic support option. Burst damage boost and party-wide attack buff. Just make sure no one else on the team is running it. 4-piece Instructor is a solid early game set. Gives her elemental mastery and gives the team more elemental mastery on reaction. Easy to farm and really good value until you get better gear. Main stats: elemental mastery. Sands, Goblet, and Circlet are best. Energy recharge sands only if you need help hitting 180% energy recharge. Cryo Goblet works if you want more personal damage. Crit rate Circlet only if you're using Favonius weapon, otherwise all elemental mastery. Substats: energy recharge until 180%, then as much elemental mastery as possible. A bit of crit rate helps with Favonius triggers, but don't go out of your way. HP percent and attack percent are whatever. Focus elemental mastery and energy recharge. Next, let's find the perfect weapon for Citlali. Her best in slot weapon is Starcaller's Watch. It gives massive elemental mastery and a passive that boosts the active character's damage when a shield is created. Her skill makes a shield, so this weapon guarantees your carry gets a juicy 28% damage boost every time. 1,000 Floating Dreams is the best 5-star alternative. It gives lots of elemental mastery and buffs your team's reaction damage. Works really well in mixed element teams. Sacrificial Fragments gives high elemental mastery and a chance to reset her skill. Double shields, double Night Soul gain, very handy. Favonius Codex is great for energy regen if you build some crit rate, helps battery your team, and makes her burst consistent. Thrilling Tales of Dragon Slayers is a 3-star but slaps. Switch out and your DPS gets a 48% attack buff. If you only care about buffing your carry, this is huge. Use it. Mappa Mere, Wandering Evenstar, Prototype Amber, all usable but not as optimal. Go with what fits your needs. Elemental Mastery, Energy, or Utility. Now on to team compositions. Who works best with Citlali? She's made for melt and freeze teams. Pair her with pyro or hydro characters and go wild. Best melt teams, Citlali plus Mavuika plus Bennett plus Kazuha. That's the dream team. Pyro gets melted with Cryo, Bennett buffs, Kazuha groups, and swirls. Easy game. Yanfei, Diluch, Hu Tao also love her. She shields them and lets them melt enemies constantly. Budget melt, Yanfei plus Citlali plus Sucrose plus Bennett. Lots of reactions, lots of buffs. Simple but effective. Freeze teams. Citlali plus Ayato or Child plus Kokomi plus Kazuha. Freeze everyone, buff Hydro, and keep your DPS safe with her shield. Nuvolette also pairs well. Citlali keeps enemies frozen while Nuvi lasers them down. Free-to-play team Freeze team, Kaya plus Jingcho plus Citlali plus Barbara, Cryo plus Hydro reactions all day. If you have Chaska or Skirk, they also work great with Citlali in Melt or Freeze comps. And now, let's break down whether she's worth your Primo Gems. Is Citlali worth pulling? 100% yes if you like Melt or Freeze comps. She's a top tier support that boosts your Pyro and Hydro DPS like crazy. She brings shields, debuffs, and cryo application. Everything a reaction team needs. Thanks for watching. Check out my Twitter, or how the new kids say it, X, for updates. Watch my streams on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube for future giveaways and more content. By following this guide, you too can be a gachaking!